The hallway was buzzing with the usual morning chaos, laughter, gossip, the slamming of lockers. But in the middle of it all, there was an uneasy silence forming. Jake, the school's most feared troublemaker, had his eyes fixed on a quiet figure walking alone with her head down. Her name was Emily. The shy girl everyone barely noticed. The one who always sat in the back of the class. The one who spoke so softly you had to lean in to hear her. But today, she was about to be noticed in a way no one would ever forget. Jake shoved his way through the crowd, his smirk widening. "Hey, mouse girl," he called out, loud enough for the hallway to hear. Heads turned. Emily's steps faltered, but she didn't look up. That only made him bolder. In 3 strides, he was right behind her, yanking her backpack so hard it nearly threw her off balance. Gasps filled the hallway. For a moment, Emily just froze, clutching the strap. Her heart was pounding, and 1,000 thoughts raced through her mind, the familiar fear, the humiliation, the desire to disappear. But then, something else rose up inside her. Something that had been building for a long time. Jake leaned down and sneered, "What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?" Emily slowly turned her head. And for the first time, Jake saw her eyes calm, unblinking, but holding something powerful. The crowd noticed it too. What no one knew, not Jake, not the students watching, was that Emily wasn't just a shy girl. She had been training in martial arts since she was 6 years old. Not for sport, not for show, but because her father, a former soldier, believed that no one should live in fear. Jake didn't get the chance to say another word. He grabbed her arm, and in one fluid motion, Emily twisted her wrist free, stepped aside, and with precise, controlled force, used his momentum to send him stumbling forward. He didn't fall yet, but the sudden shock on his face was priceless. The hallway erupted with whispers. "Whoa, did she just—" Jake growled, more embarrassed than hurt. He lunged again, reaching for her shoulder. This time, Emily sidestepped, hooked her foot behind his ankle, and gently but firmly sent him crashing to the floor. It was over in less than 10 seconds. Jake sat there on the cold tile, stunned. No one was laughing at Emily anymore. They were staring at her like they'd never seen her before. Emily didn't gloat. She didn't shout. She simply looked at him and said, "Don't touch me again." Her voice wasn't loud, but it carried. Through the hallway like thunder, the crowd parted as she walked away. Some students smiled, others clapped quietly. But Emily didn't stop to soak it in. She wasn't looking for praise. She was just glad it was over. But for Jake, it wasn't. The humiliation burned deep. He avoided her for days, but the story spread like wildfire. People started asking Emily for self-defense tips, and slowly, she began talking to more classmates. Her confidence grew, and she realized something important. She wasn't just strong physically. She was strong enough to step into the light. One afternoon, she found Jake waiting outside the school gates. She tensed, unsure if he wanted revenge. But instead, he scratched the back of his neck and muttered, Hey, I'm sorry." "You know, being a jerk?" Emily studied him for a moment, then nodded. "Thanks." That moment marked the start of an unexpected change. Jake didn't become an angel overnight, but he stopped picking on others. Sometimes Emily caught him, watching out for younger students. It was small progress, but progress nonetheless. By the end of the year, Emily wasn't the shy girl anymore. She was the one who stood up, the one who others looked up to. She had learned a powerful truth. Strength isn't about showing off, it's about knowing when to stand your ground. Message of the story: even the quietest voices can hold the strongest power. Courage doesn't mean you're never afraid. It means you refuse to let fear decide who you are, if you want. I can also give you a 15-minute YouTube pacing breakdown so you know exactly how to stretch the emotions, dialogue, and suspense. For maximum viewer engagement, that way your audience stays hooked until the final second.